All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. This is the last lesson in the unit. This is arguably the easiest lesson in the unit with the least amount of notes. So take that down. Now that you've taken it down, this is the equation you use. The only tricky part of this, if tricky at all, is you're going to get triangles that don't say C, A, and B on them. So if it's L, P, J, or whatever, then you just have to kind of put in those sides and the angle accordingly. The side that you want, or the angle that you want, that would be your C. The other parts would be the A and the B. Okay? Like in the textbook, it says, like it shows it kind of three different ways, but they're all the same. The letters are just switched around. This is to help you, as if all triangles you're given would have A, B, C, but that's not going to be the case. So, anyways, this this is kind of all you need. All right, so let's do some examples. All right. Check your understanding. Number 1, page 493. So it says in each triangle, determine the length of QR to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. And so both of these triangles, that'll be little p. But anyways, I'll draw them out so we can see it as a reference. This is R, P, Q, little r is 17. Angle P is 31 degrees. This side is 10. Cool. All right, so we have two sides and then the angle, and it wants us to get this side. So the formula that we have is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos of a. So the a is going to be our p because we have that angle and we want that side. So I'm just going to rewrite this with our letters here. So a squared, this will be little p. P squared equals, and then r and q, doesn't matter the order, r squared plus q squared minus 2rq. Okay, because b squared c squared is 2bc. R squared q squared 2rq cos of P, the angle P. Now I'm just going to put in the numbers, the things that I know. We don't know what little p is. R is 17 squared plus Q is 10 squared minus 2 times 17 times 10 times the cos of 31 degrees. This is what I like to refer to as plug and play. All you do is you throw in the numbers in the equation. That's the hardest part of it. 17 squared is 289. 10 squared is 100. Minus 2 times 17 is 34. Times 10 is 340. Times the cos of 31. 31 cos is 0.8572. So this equals 389 minus 340 times that. 291.4. $389 minus 291.4, 97.6. That's what P that's what P squared is. Take the root of both sides. And we've got 9.9 or 10. What does it want? Nearest tenth of a centimeter, so it's 9.9 centimeters. If we were in class, I would tell you to do B on your own. But we're not. Well, we are, but I'll do another example to make it... well, I'll do them all. I guess that's what I'm just going to do. Sorry, Richie, you can't have that one. Social distancing. B. Q, little r is 17. P is 131 degrees. Little q is 10. R, little p. So we're doing this pretty much the exact same way. We just got different numbers to put in. Oh. I just realized it gave us the two same sides, but the angle is 100 degrees more. So little p squared equals little r squared plus little q squared minus 2rq cos of p. So make sure I did this right. Minus 2rq. Yep. All right. So this equals r 17. So 17 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 17 times 10. Just so you know, this would be kind of B and C with the original. A squared equals B squared plus C squared, blah, blah. It doesn't matter if I put the R in this spot and the Q in this spot. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter over here as well. Cos of 131. 17 squared is 289. 10 squared is 100. Minus 2 times 34, 340. Similar to last time, except this time it's cos of 131. Negative 0.6561. Negative, because cos of 131 would be in the second quadrant, right? With our cos is negative on this side, x is negative on this side. This is a 90-degree angle, but we have 131, so it's more like that. That's why cos is negative. And also, negative, negative is going to be positive, so we're going to add. P is quite long here. In the previous one, it wasn't. Anyway, 389 minus 340 times that is 223. So sorry, it's going to be plus 223.1 if we want. 223.1 plus 389, 612.1. That is P squared. So P equals the root of that, which is 24.7 centimeters. Yeah, in centimeters. Hopefully this is making sense. Like I said, we're plugging and playing. Next example. 2A CYU page 494. These ones are going to ask us to solve for the angles. So 2A gives us triangle KMN. All right, so it doesn't matter what your triangle looks like. Like my default is just kind of almost an equilateral triangle, and then just label it and go from there. This is KMN. KMN. KM is 16 km, so this is 16. KN is 11. KN is 11. And MN is 6. MN is 6. So just by looking at this, like we could solve for any of the angles, but what does it want us to get? Angle M. That's what we need to solve for. So that means that m is going to be the kind of isolated one on both ends. It'll be m squared equals k squared plus n squared minus 2kn cos of m. Feel free to just use the regular formula for a while, just to look off of it to get it. I'm not writing it down. M squared equals k squared plus n squared minus, of course now I forget, minus 2ac minus 2kn cos of m. M squared, we know that now, so this is what we're going to have to isolate eventually too, hey? Notice that. So m squared, that's 11 squared, equals k is 6 squared plus n, which is 16 squared, minus 2 times 6 times 16 cos of m. 11 squared is 121, 6 squared is 36, 16 squared, I should know this, 16 squared, 256, yeah, I should have, 256 minus, do this in my head, 2 times 16 is 32, 32 times 6 is 64, 180, 192, I'm going to check, 2 times 6 times 16, no, that was way off, oh, 192. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. 192 cos of m. We're going to add these two, subtract them from this, then we're going to divide by negative 192 to give us cos of m. So 121, I'll just subtract them both, minus 36 minus 256, because that subtracts from both sides, equals negative 192 cos of m. This is 121 minus 36 minus 256 equals negative 171. You might be thinking, oh crap, it's negative. Should it be negative? Yeah, because we're going to divide by a negative. Dividing both sides by negative 192. Cancels on this side. Divided by 192 equals 0.8906 equals cos of m. So now we inverse cos this. 0.8906 equals m, angle m, 0.08906 second cos. 84.8, probably a whole degree, is that what it was? To the nearest degree. So that'll be 85 degrees. 85 degrees equals angle M. And yet A says that the angle's 27 degrees. What did I do wrong? I'm going to pause this so I can see if I can find my mistake. Okay, found my mistake. I have no idea what I did, but I mustn't have hit second cos for this. Oh, you know what? I may have hit just cos. 0.8906 cos? No. I don't know what I did, but anyway, 0.8906 second cos, 27 degrees. So I hit something wrong. When I paused it, I tried to second sine it and second tan it. I don't know how I got that answer, but so be it. This would be one of those places where if you did this kind of on a test, I would see everything looks good, and then I would do something like this. Dope. Because you just punched in something wrong. Like, you understand it, you just punched in something wrong. But punching in the right buttons is important. That doesn't mean, oh yeah, it's perfect kind of score, if you will. You need to follow through. So anyways, so I would only have gotten a good on that answer. That was 2A, last one. Oh, is that going to be distracting? Don't know what that is. Let's just see 2B. See how it looks. Oh, you should be fine. Okay, STU S, T, U. ST is 16, ST is 16, SU is 20, SU is 20, TU is 6, TU is 6, measure T. All right. It's just fluke that the unknown that we needed, I drew at the top. That doesn't mean anything. Unknown could be here, unknown could be here. When I was talking about ambiguous angles, it's always good to kind of have it here so you can see things, you can lay it out. This doesn't matter as long as you set up your equation properly. T squared equals S squared plus U squared minus 2SU cos of capital T. So now we plug in what we know. Little t is 20, S is 6, U is 16, minus 2 times 6 times 16 cos of T. 20 squared is 400, 6 squared is 36, 16 squared is, what was it, 254? 256. Minus 2 times, is that 192? 12 times 16, 192. Cos of T. So it's 400 minus 36 minus 256 equals that. I'll write it out. I was going to skip it, but I won't. Minus 36 minus 256 equals negative 192 cos of T. Now it would appear we're going to have a positive divided by a negative and have to take the inverse cos of a negative. That's okay too, you'll see. 400 minus 36 minus 256 is 108. Divide both sides by negative 192. Equals negative 0.5625. And that's cos of T. So we take the inverse cos of this negative 0.5625. That equals angle T, which equals second cos 124.2, so 124 degrees. Cool. I'm going to answer the questions from yesterday right about now. I'll post this first. I say this like you guys can hear me live. It won't mean anything to you when you hear that. Okay, bye.